How's everyone? Wayne known here, and welcome back to another episode of Geeking Out, where we basically discuss everything nerd and geek related. It's been a while since we've done a what are your thoughts on upcoming movies, video games, TV shows. I'm joined here by Brian and Karen, and as you can see the theme is we're going to be talking about the upcoming Star Wars movie Mandalorian and Grogu, which I don't think I think this is like the first time that Disney's taking a TV show like Star Wars and turned it into a movie. Because I don't think because usually
From a
it's the other
show?
usually it's the other way around. Because like we would get Star Wars shows after the first movies, but never have they, I don't think I've ever seen them take a Star Wars show and turn it into a movie.
Not yet. Nope.
Yeah.
So, I'll start with Brian and then Karen. And first off, Brian, I imagine you've seen all of the Mandalorian show. What did you think when you saw here? Because originally it started off as rumors, I believe, that they were going to take Mandalorian and turn it into a movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Watched all that obviously, and then it was kind of annoying to have to watch the Book of Boba Fett to get the gap between seasons, but um, thought it was kind of an interesting one to base it off of. But you can't blame them because of the popularity. So it was an inevitability. I thought honestly, Ahsoka would have gotten a movie first, though. To tell you the truth.
I mean, she kind of did when the Clone Wars movie came out.
True, but I'm just talking about like the way they did the series.
Oh, how they
And like just like a solo adventure, like whether it was going to be a gap filler or a continuation from her appearance or something like that. I thought that, but Mandalorian started it all, so it makes the most sense.
I
And
mean,
I was like, all right, well, we'll see.
we did see like Ahsoka came back in for that one-off in the Book of Boba Fett. It was her first live action appearance, and then we would get to see her full live action appearance in the Ahsoka series.
Yeah, I figured they would take that series, or because it just she was such a popular one in the Clone Wars series, and had a lot more established lore. That may be why they didn't do it, because they had a lot more playroom to mess around
Probably
with
for future
Jaren. So
for future
maybe,
stuff. I don't
yeah,
know. I just kind of felt bad for the Book of Boba Fett series, how they just like midway through is like, oh, we're gonna show uh Grogu and Mandalorian again. It's like, but why?
with it's because that show was doomed from the beginning. It was there was a lot of
I
issues
mean, I
with that.
feel bad for Tamora Morrison that he kind of got shafted midway through that, but
Yeah,
that's for
but
another
it just goes to
podcast.
show that's why they're using the Mandalorian, because he's what came in and helped re-strengthen that show. That's what I'm saying. It makes the most sense, and
Oh
that's what I
yeah.
thought when I
Plus
heard
you
the
had
announcement.
Bryce Dallas Howard direct that episode
Sure.
when Mando was shown in. Same question for you, Karen. I imagine you've seen the Mandalorian show. What were your thoughts when you heard like, hey, guess what? Disney is now making a Mandalorian and Grogu movie.
Um, I wasn't opposed to it. I just, as long as they do the storyline right. Ow. Hey. Man, give me dog. Anyway, um, what was I gonna say?
As long
You're
as they do
talking
the story right and all that stuff.
Yeah, like kind of stick to where what the show was, but kind of, I guess, solo. Maybe I don't know. As long as the story's not stupid, because sometimes Disney has a tendency to kind of not execute well, depending on the source.
Especially with Star Wars.
yeah,
Yes. Oh. And depending on who the director is, yeah, also plays a huge part in whether it is a success or fail. Kind of like JJ. Bush. The Force Awakens was pretty good. The rest, not so much.
Yeah, I mean, eh,
Comparatively,
I
yes.
mean, to be fair,
So maybe it might be
it's
better.
it's kind of like, I mean, I will give him credit for one thing. They are making sure to promote this Star Wars movie because God forbid they did any promotion for Solo.
Yeah, they do
well,
hype
that
them up
that's
pretty
because of that
good.
troubled production and stuff. But some of those side stories seem to be better than the mainline stuff. I mean, Solo notwithstanding, Rogue One was really good.
Oh,
These,
Rogue One was the a best
Yeah,
prequel to A New
it was
Hope,
yeah,
pretty
in my
good.
but
opinion.
well, that's what I'm saying. But some of these shows have proven to be really done well. I mean, Acolyte notwithstanding, it's
Uh,
the Star Trek thing.
and then Skeleton Crew.
Yeah,
Oh
Bad
yeah.
Batch, all that. One's good, one's bad. Whatever. And now with Filoni fully in charge, maybe this is the direction we need to go because it's just getting tiresome to retread the same stuff. It's getting tiresome to
Yeah.
have, a really banger start and a letdown. The only exception to that from beginning to end that was solid was Andor. I'll tell
I heard Andor was
you,
pretty good.
man,
It was
that
pretty good.
damn, that is worth
And
watching.
I know that takes place during like Rebels and before Rogue One and all
Oh
that
yeah,
stuff.
it's everything leading up to where everything started, and it's worth watching. So that's one of the few that beginning to end. Otherwise, they've all started off really well, ended terribly.
I really
Started
liked
off
the
pretty
Kenobi one.
terribly.
That was pretty cool.
Even Obi-Wan was a little bit of a slow start with a banger end. So
Don't get me
it,
started on Obi-Wan. Like you could easily run through that tree, and also even like Leia's actress admitted how stupid that was when Obi-Wan
yes,
was trying to hide her under that coat. Like,
that's what I'm saying. You have some of these that start off really good and terribly. Start off terribly, end up pretty good. There's been back and forth, but like I said,
Not consistent. Yeah.
now with Filoni in charge,
It
even
might
though
be.
it all depends on who you have directing it and everything. Like again with Obi-Wan, first few episodes were good, and then you get into like some of the episodes with when it's Leia and Obi-Wan. Nothing against Leia's actor. I think that she did a really good job, and I think Carrie Fisher would be really proud.
that's just poor writing and it's poor.
It's just the writing scenes, but then like you get towards the end, like that fight with Obi-Wan and Darth Vader. Like that scene just and then at the end when you see Qui-Gon come back and everything's like, ah, yes. Somewhere through the writing process, like, okay, you guys were good, and then you guys were and then you guys
But
were
a
like
lot of that's also
back to
um,
good with that fight scene. It's like somewhere in the lines, like, okay, yeah, maybe we shouldn't have had that chase scene be so awful or trying to hide Leia under a coat or
but you've got the corporate overlords, the mouse up on high telling them what to do too. So you get so far. It's like they've done with Marvel and a lot of the others. So that's why, like I'm saying, considering how this all started with Filoni and Favreau, they proved that if you get the right people, you can get good things. That's why the Mandalorian was pretty consistent.
I
I'm
mean,
hoping that
You had
can.
Bryce Dallas Howard also part of that, not to mention her
Well, but
father.
she didn't start it all. She was a late addition. I'm talking about like it
Oh
was
yeah.
Favreau and Filoni starting this ball rolling with the Mandalorian because they were just like, fuck it, do it, do whatever because nobody cared.
Hmm.
So they kind of revitalized everything and have had their hits and misses. So I'm hoping that we're going to get that level of consistency. But
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know. I'm also afraid that it's going to be another instance of just a ton of fucking fan service because
Oh
they've
yeah. I
done that.
mean,
Hmm.
the speaking of the trailer, which I will be showing a clip of without audio. Karen, when you saw the trailer for Mandalorian Grogu, what were like some of your early thoughts, especially when they were just throwing so much, as your dad said, fan service in it?
Yeah, they definitely showed a lot of people. Like sometimes trailers don't always show you what's like in the movie to like, kind of like deceive you a little bit. So I
Oh
don't know if
yeah.
they kind of gave stuff away or kind of trying to deceive people because Marvel and Disney like to do that, kind of throw people off. So I'm not sure. I didn't mind what I saw, but then again, if you're just throwing a bunch of A-list names in there and just not having a good story to back up all that, I don't know. Are you really doing the justice? I don't know.
Yeah. Or it'll be like what they did with Rogue One and show you a whole
Yeah,
bunch in the trailer that wasn't in the final cut of the movie.
exactly.
We may be dealing
No,
with that.
Exactly.
they definitely. I know they're going to show Sigourney Weaver because
Well, she's going to be
I think it'd be kind of fucked up showing an A-list actor like Sigourney Weaver in a Star Wars film
right.
and then just completely cut her out of the movie because
That would be messed up.
she seems to be playing an important part in that movie from the trailer.
Looks it. I'm just
Yeah.
saying, watch them show a lot of stuff that ends up getting cut, like they did with Rogue One. Who knows? I mean, it's not out yet. I'm kind of excited.
It comes out in May, I think.
Yeah, there's an event up up north that I'd like to go to with the 501st. They rented out an entire theater for
Oh
all of it.
God. I
Yeah,
Oh,
mean,
noise.
yeah,
you can tell that that movie theater is going to be packed regardless.
The
yeah. So
nerds will
I don't know if
come.
I'm gonna be able to go, but there's a lot of hype for it. A lot of people wanting it to keep the trend that original series has started. So let's hope so.
Just hope, yeah, just
Yeah,
hopefully not a disappointment. Don't let us
I'm,
down.
I'm hopefully optimistic with Star Wars going in a good direction with Filoni fully in charge, like I keep saying. But I don't know. There's too
Remain
much
to be
on the
seen.
other
Yes.
side. Yeah,
Jeremy Allen White from really he's Jeremy Allen White from The Bear and Shameless is voicing Rada the Hutt. All right,
Oh.
I'm just like I kind of want to talk about that. Um, so in the trailer, were introduced to Jabba's son, Rata, who was originally introduced in the Clone Wars series.
yeah.
How do you feel about seeing someone like Rata? I mean, I'll show a bigger picture because this one is this is like the one that Empire released. What are your thoughts on Rata being introduced? Starting with you, Brian.
Um, Well, once again, I'm afraid of the fan service. Is that the only reason he's there? Is it going to be a callback to something that didn't really affect the Mandalorian series that we saw? You know what I mean? You're kind of towing a couple lines there. So I'm genuinely curious to see how it's pulled off, but I'm more afraid of as to the why. You know what I'm saying? It's,
That makes
yeah,
sense.
I'm trying to be
That is
hopefully
justifiable.
optimistic about a lot of stuff, but there's so many ways that this is going to go. Hey, look at this, and then we fall into that trap. If it serves a decent story, what are you doing back there? Get whoa,
Which
uh,
cat?
Morpheus. He's back behind my compressors. What
Aww.
are you doing? I'm
How's Trinity been, by the way?
she's getting to be more lovey day by day,
Oh, that's
but
good.
yeah. But like I said, I'm just afraid of that fan service thing and
Kind
running
of
it
like
into
what Mortal Kombat Annihilation did by
yeah.
showing by
Oh,
show. I mean, we've talked about this in previous, ones where with with Spider-Man, Mortal Kombat.
yeah.
You weren't there for the Mortal Kombat Annihilation one. Me and another a buddy of mine did that, but like it's kind of this thing where Hollywood is like, hey, we're gonna add all these characters. Do we know anything about them? No, but we're gonna add them.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she's gotten so big.
Oh no, this is
That's,
Morpheus.
Oh my
that's
God,
Mr. Fatness.
he's a chonkers.
Oh yeah, he's
Look,
my
He's a cuddle bug.
reminds me of the chunky cats from Crimson Desert.
yep,
He's
Lofi
a
cat.
cuddle bug. He likes to sleep next to my
Oh my
face when
God,
I come
he's a
visit.
big boy.
Yeah,
He's a
Speaking of
pillow.
Sam, I mean Karen, sorry.
You're fine.
Um, so we saw the trailer where we see Mando and Grogu apparently fight Rada in this giant like arena thing, which Star Wars is kind of known for its
Yeah.
arenas. If you've like played um
Get in the pit.
Knights of the Old Republic, or if you played Force Unleashed 2, and I think some other Star Wars media has had like arenas. Yeah, what are your thoughts on Rada the Hutt being introduced?
I'm not like super familiar with his character, but I am interested to see where they take his or like why they're introducing him and why wait so long to do so. So
yeah, that
hopefully it's a
too.
good
I
story.
mean,
Yeah. Because hopefully maybe it connects to something that wasn't connected before, or it could be pointless. Who knows? That is going to be interesting to see. Because, like I said, I'm not really super familiar, but I do like arena
I
scenes.
mean,
So,
from what I've seen, Rada, I guess, was mentioned. I mean, he was mentioned in. I'm not familiar with. I'm just familiar with him from, um, when Ahsoka and Anakin have to rescue Rada, and give him back to Jabba. And
Yeah, no,
I guess he was introduced in a comic from the looks of it.
oh, I can't remember if it was a Dark Empire or the series after that, because that's when like
Oh yeah,
Zorba and some of
here's
the others. Yeah, that
oh,
yeah, that's
he
a later series.
got some abs.
Yeah,
I'm not used to seeing a buff Hut. I'm used to seeing like Jabba the Hutt. I'm used to seeing the one that had the monocle from
Maybe he got struck by lightning. Who knows?
Clone Wars, and also the Hutt twins from Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah, and then like
and also the Hut from Knights of the Old Republic.
yeah. I mean, like I
Um,
said, the Dark Empire series had some of them in there because you actually go to Nalhutta and that and everything. So
Oh.
I'm like Karen and I are saying, the Wayne. I think everybody's in that same opinion. Is like, why is he there, and what is he doing? What purpose is that serving?
well, I
I
mean,
just don't want it to be strictly fan service. Some of the stuff has to service a better
there
story.
was that
Hmm.
clip where Mando and Grogu went to this stall and asking, "Hey, I need some information," and like on a hut, and it's like, "Nope, sorry, we're closed."
Yeah. So if it serves a larger story, um, that is engaging, and it better not be like the Rise of Skywalker. We got to go to this place to find a thing. To find out, you got to go to another place to find another thing. To go to
Oh
this other place.
God,
You know what I mean?
the trailer's
Yeah.
plot. I mean, I'm just gonna kind of curious.
That's the biggest fear I have right now, because this is like there I don't want to say last chance, because that they'll milk that. God, Morpheus, what are you doing? They'll milk that series for as much as they can, but it's
Yeah.
one of the last few chances they've got to revitalize it and just not
Hmm.
abandon everybody. So let's hope.
I mean, I'm on Wikipedia and looking at the premise. It says the New Republic enlists Din Djarin and his apprentice Grogu following the fall of the Galactic Empire during a period where remaining Imperial warlords threaten the galaxy.
Yeah.
So that kind of
So
like that's kind of like that doesn't really help.
no, that's what I was saying.
That's very vague.
That doesn't help. Like, okay, so what are they just going to stop a bunch of Imperial warlords or something? It's just
Because
like
you eat
it's
more
going to
blue
lead to
eggs.
it's just
Yeah.
going to lead like because we were hinted in I think it was it was either Book of Boba Fett or Mandalorian season 2 is where it was that one scientist we were introduced to with the glasses, how that other one and that how he was like an ex-Imperial staying in those apartments with that other gal from and how there was like the Empire was still there and how they were slowly becoming the First Order.
Yeah. So like I said, there's a lot of gaps. There's a lot of in between, the mainline movies and stories and stuff. The shows have done a really good job, but it's just you toe so many of these lines that are like, okay, hey, look at me, look what I'm showing you. Do you remember this? You remember that? You fall. It's so easy to fall victim for it, that I just with so many other good shows out there and sideline stories, comics, novels, the current shows that we've had, just don't fall into that. And I'm afraid a large part of it's going to do that. But who knows? Maybe we'll all be surprised. Like I said, I'm hopefully optimistic about it. And as long as it doesn't have to be Skywalker centric, I think that'll be a good thing too, right?
Yeah. Change it up a wee bit, you know? Yeah.
I'm
Mhm.
looking at it. We got Sigourney Weaver as Ward, a colonel and leader of the New Republic's Adelphi Rangers, who previously served as a pilot in Rebel Alliance. Jeremy Allen White as Rod of the Hutt. Additionally, reprising their roles is Johnny Coyne as Jenno, the leader of a faction of Galactic Empire remnants. Co-writer Dave Filoni as New Republic X-Wing pilot Trapper Wolf, and Steve Bloom, who's returning to voice Garazeb Zeb Aurelius from Rebels. Uh,
Nice.
yeah,
Yeah. I mean, you could
include
throw every name in the book at it. You can throw,
Just
uh,
have a good script.
yeah, you got to start somewhere and make it worthwhile.
okay, some character
Yeah,
name.
or like lead up to something. Yeah.
Hog's Breath. Martin Scorsese is the voice of the Adrenian shopkeeper we saw in the trailer. Other returning Star Wars. Oh wow, we gotta. All right, we got 9 minutes left of this. We got to do another one here soon. I'll resend one. Kyozo, Bounty Hunter, Embo, and Jabba the Hutt's twin cousins are coming back. Oh, there's Trinity. All right,
Yeah.
so I'm gonna exit out of this one, and then we will do another one. All right. So, as I was mentioning, there's so many people, there's so many characters just from that Wikipedia, not a very trustworthy source, really, on what the plot is. I mean, even the trailer didn't really give a good idea what the plot because they're showing this character, they're showing Zeb, they're showing Rada, they're showing this character, showing that. It's like, I mean, to be fair, I mean, Star Wars. isn't always great with their plots, especially when they're making spin-offs or I mean, with Rogue One, you had a you knew what the plot was going to be. Solo, you kind of didn't know, especially at the end when they showed Darth Maul at the end. I was like,
Yeah.
"Ooh, Darth Maul? Oh, all right. Darth Maul's getting his own series? Okay."
Yeah,
Um,
well, it just you falls like I said, it falls into the are you gonna, throw a lot of stuff out as fan service? Is it gonna serve as a bigger story? And even if the story is weak, as long as it's engaging and stuff, and there's actually some substance to it, it might make all that worth it because it's all going to be a spectacle. It's always that way. That's never a
Yeah.
question.
I mean,
You know,
fair.
I'd like it to be entertaining. Because even the original trilogy was entertaining and a spectacle, and you got all that stuff. But as far as like story, yeah, it's fairly thin but it also borrowed from so much other stuff.
Oh yeah,
And it
no.
was always what was happening on the outside of it that was really entertaining for a lot of people. Hence why the Tales of the Bounty Hunter, Tales of the Jedi, blah blah blah. Let's hope that this follows in that trend where these nerds that are in charge now, that were fans of all that expanded stuff and are using an expanded universe character, can actually do something with it. And that's ultimately what I'm hoping because they did a really good job with the Mandalorian, minus, like I said, having to watch Book of Boba Fett to close some gaps.
Oh
The
yeah.
rest of it's just going to fall where it does. And since it's not a mainline story, or at least as far as we know, it has a lot of leeway. But
We'll see. I mean, it's
yeah,
nice to see Pedro Pascal. Not only is he, continue to voice, but we do get to see like there was parts in the trailer where his helmet was taken off. So Pedro Pascal is back to physically playing Mando in certain
yeah.
scenes.
Yeah, like I said, ultimately, this is all this. I'm hopeful, but we'll wait and see. I'm kind of doubtful, but we'll have to wait and see.
Yeah.
It's
It's
just,
all about the waiting and seeing. Yeah. Pretty
yeah.
much.
But I just with so little to go on, it's really tough
And
to.
we're almost a month away from this movie, and we
Yeah,
still have no idea what the fucking plot's gonna be.
they've kept it pretty tight-lipped across the board, which
Yeah,
is
Oh,
they have.
intriguing in and of itself.
which is rare for a movie well, the thing about Star Wars is that they've been pretty good with their movie trailers, sort
Yeah,
of.
but they've also been extremely deceptive though too. So that's the other thing, like
Mm,
Yeah.
like, like Karen was saying. So this is a razor's edge, man, and it's a potentially double-edged sword. We're gonna have some
Yeah, it
issues.
really could be.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
back to you, Karen. Do you think, because with how prominent she became in the later episodes, do you think they're gonna still? Do you think Bo-Katan may be in this? Because sometimes they don't really announce certain actors. I mean, look how well they kept Patrick Stewart a secret and
Yeah.
Multiverse of Madness.
That's true. I kind of
yeah.
hope so because I really like her character. She just, yeah, I don't know. Potentially. I mean, it is Dave Filoni, and he has brought her on, like, for The Mandalorian when she voiced her in The Rebels. So there's a high potential that she's in it. Even though they
Yeah.
like to deny that they're not, kind of like Spider-Man. Oh, they're not in it, and then they are.
It's like, oh, they are. Oh, they are in it.
You lied
Okay.
to me. Yeah.
I mean,
Could be that type of
it just
situation.
depends on
Right?
just
On the
depends if
NDA.
I mean, they could because they're not. I imagine they're going to introduce a lot more characters than what we've seen in the trailer.
Oh, you
Oh,
you know
yeah.
they will.
I mean, it's Star
A
Wars.
multiverse of characters.
I mean, you got someone like Martin Scorsese who probably just gonna probably do like a few lines and that's it.
Yeah,
I have spoken.
It's just weird
yeah.
seeing it's just weird seeing Martin Scorsese in a Star Wars film though.
I don't
But
know.
Yeah.
So,
I'm guessing I'm guessing he probably saw it and like yeah I'll be in it for like a couple lines or whatever.
Well, it's also considering what his opinions were on the comic book and sci-fi movies, a few years back when he was talking about how it
Mm.
wasn't art, not cinema and stuff. So yeah, it's kind of an interesting turn. They probably just threw a dump truck of money at him, though. Who knows?
It's like hey we
right.
want you to say a few lines. I mean there's what's stopping them from having Mark Hamill come in and voice some random character.
Nothing. They can do whatever the hell they want. and
Yeah,
that's what I'm
that would
saying.
be cool.
But you start running there. There's where you start towing that line. It's like, man, I don't need to have so much of that shit thrown back at me. I know what it is. I am a fan. Knock it off. But
Right? And be more inventive. Yeah.
yeah, but it looks promising. I'm going to give it that across the
The
board.
visual effects look pretty freaking good.
Yeah, but
Thank
that
you.
well, so did the ones in Tron Ares, and it doesn't make it a good movie.
Oh, I've never seen Tron Ares. I'm
Yeah, you
sorry.
don't need to.
I'm not like I love the Tron movies. I saw Tron Legacy, when it came out in theaters in
Yeah,
2020. God damn, that movie's
yeah, but
that
that's
Yeah,
what
it
I'm
was
saying.
good.
that movie's god
It
damn.
can look as good as it wants. It doesn't necessarily make it a good fucking movie, man. It's that whole
Yeah, that is
polishing the
true.
turd thing. That's the problem. It can look great, doesn't necessarily mean it's going to
Yeah,
be. And that's what I'm afraid of is that it's
That
going to
that's
be all style and no substance.
this is just
they
be
do
a,
that a lot. Yeah.
this is just to be pretty much a polished bantha turd, basically.
I hope not, but it's possible. We'll see.
I mean, hell, they were
Very
like during like the
possible.
Super Bowl, they did that promo based off the old Coors Light commercial where it was Mandalorian Grogu riding a sleigh with tauntauns.
Yeah,
It was a pretty
funny.
good
That
commercial.
it was pretty. Yeah, that was all right.
But like you can tell again, unlike I mean, even Rogue One didn't really have like a whole lot of promotional stuff. I didn't even know you know I didn't even know there was going to be a Solo movie until I saw posters. I didn't see any promotional stuff for Solo at all.
Oh, there was. It was all Burger King had it, and this. I mean, it was one of those.
Well,
It was
like
highly
trailer wise,
promoted.
I didn't know such a thing existed. Was it really needed?
Oh,
Not really.
it's because the trailers started years before we got to because of that change in directors and all that stuff. They started way back when. It wasn't until we got closer that got really heavy. So yeah, I can see where you might have had that gap because you wouldn't have been
I
aware.
mean, the movie wasn't bad. I think the actor did a good job.
Eh,
But it's like
it's
but I
Got
get that
Daenerys in
I
it.
get I get like Filoni and Favreau are really wanting to expand on the extended universe because
yeah.
we'll still never see Mara Jade. I hate to say that.
Well, you know, if you get the right people in the right place and they're given the freedom to do what they want with a beloved IP and not just be overlorded like what was happening, we got a lot of good directions to go in. Whether that's going to be the case or not, we're just going to go right back to well, we'll see.
hmm
There's a little bit of that feeling from the trailer. There's the show was really good. The one surrounding it maybe not so much, and we're just going to have to hope for the best overall.
I mean, Book of Boba Fett really, I feel like kicked off the live action like TV show stuff because I don't think we had anything live action Star Wars really before that except for like some fan
No,
made
the
projects.
Mandalorian was first.
Oh yeah, well I mean like we've had like some fan made project stuff, but like
Well, no, as far as the major TV shows, you got it
no,
backwards. Mandalorian was the first
yeah,
one.
what was it, Mandalorian, and then you had I think what Book of Boba Fett, Obi-Wan, Acolyte.
Yeah,
Oh, so yeah, a
yeah.
lot.
I think the most recent one was Skeleton Crew.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that's where it got kind of dangerous because of how well the Mandalorian did. Then they all of a sudden started throwing everything at the wall, and
Trying
not
to
a lot of
repeat the
it
success
stuck.
that had.
It's pretty much
Yeah.
well we'll just throw it and see what sticks.
Yeah,
Acolyte,
and
I feel bad for the actors in Acolyte because you can tell they were really what's his name? He played in the Squid Games. You can tell I mean, he learned English just for.
yeah, but it felt very thrown together. That was weak.
I mean,
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean, there was a bunch of cosplays that came out because of it.
sure, but that's gonna happen no matter what kind of Star Wars stuff. And I think there
yeah.
might be a new CRL for it, with Rebel Legion, but I'm not sure. I don't really look
And
into
then
that
you
too
got
much.
Skeleton Crew, which went back to the old ways of like Star Wars.
Yeah,
And now,
it's just a lot at once, and that's why I keep saying I'm afraid that they're going to try and tie everything together with a movie that shouldn't do that. You know what I
Gotta give
mean?
it some room to
mm,
breathe.
and I know
Yeah,
Acolyte was like a prequel to like episodes 1, 2, and 3.
yeah. I don't know. There's just so much up in the air, and there's already been so much thrown at us that I would just hate for it to have high aspirations and fall short. But I also don't want it punching downwards though either. And the sad thing is with all that being said, middle of the road is bad. Because if it's not good enough for I'm like, oh my god, well, Karen, we're gonna go see it again or something like that, or it's so so bad that you don't have anything to work, that if it's so bad that at least you have something to talk about or it's entertaining, but being middle of the road reader is like meh, dangerous,
Yeah.
I
especially when it's a
mean,
franchise or a big IP like that. You
I
know,
mean, and now like we're like, I mean, I'm on Google right now. It's not really trustworthy. There's, talks of other Star Wars movies. You got Star Wars Starfighter, which is supposed to come out next year in May. You got a new Jedi Order untitled film, Dawn of the Jedi, untitled Dave Filoni film, a new trilogy. Apparently, they're going to do a Lando film.
yeah. Well, if you go back and you look at the shot list or the release list before Solo came out,
Hmm.
which tanked them all. There was a Obi-Wan was supposed to get his own movie. Yoda was
Hmm.
supposed to get his own movie. There was all that stuff on the books, and then Solo did so poorly because of mismanagement, and they fucked it up. They all tanked. That's why I'm saying when they gave Filoni and Favreau, it was like, hey, you know what? You guys just do this because nobody cares anymore because we fucked up. That they almost started the wheels
Oh,
turning again, but potentially in the wrong
uh,
direction if they keep just throwing
oh,
shit out there and it's not worth
that
watching.
that Rogue Squadron film. I looked at who's directing it. People are going to definitely take that with a grain of salt. It's directed by Patty Jenkins, who directed the Wonder Woman movies.
Yeah, we'll see. Who knows? It may or may not happen. Some
The
of this is going to be another thing. Like if this one doesn't do good, all those will get scrapped. I'll guarantee it.
and I imagine you got
Yeah.
you got the Lando film, which I imagine they're going to bring back Childish Gambino.
Well, maybe.
But
Well,
who
once
knows?
again,
But who knows if
it's
that going to take place after Solo? Is it going to take place before Solo? Like,
or at all. A lot of it's going to be like I said with what was originally proposed that got tanked
hmm.
and just completely scrapped
I mean,
because of the
hell,
Mandalorian, and now this one's starting it. I just hope it doesn't
look,
repeat
we
itself.
were gonna get a freaking Solo Darth Maul video game back in the day before the whole uh Disney thing, but now we're getting a Darth Maul series, which
Yeah,
looks like it's
just
taking place before Rebels.
yeah, which is all fine, but like I said, the mainline stories and stuff, the one that keeps the franchises going, and if this is going to be the start of a new era in the franchises, the mainline stuff, I'm just hoping that they don't fall victim to what had happened before, and we do start getting all these separate films. But then again, you run the risk of it being like Marvelitis, where you've got to watch 30 fucking films to understand this one.
Oh
That's a
God.
dangerous road to go down too.
Oh,
Yeah,
I mean, freaking, you got um fucking the Fast and Furious franchise that's slowly
yeah, but
becoming.
you don't. But some of those you could just turn your brain off and watch them anywhere in there, and you'd probably have a pretty good idea what's going on. I'm just talking
Yeah,
about
you
having
get
to
the
watch
Oh
story.
this
yeah.
show, that show, this one, read that book,
Oh
read this,
yeah. I mean,
Just
watch that
get all
movie
the
to
I
info.
mean,
understand the
like
Yeah.
for
previous
example,
one.
like the new Spider-Man movie coming out, like you see the scene where Bruce Banner has the thing on his wrist, and if you haven't watched She-Hulk, you're not going to understand why he has that on his wrist.
Yeah, but like I said, that's a dangerous road, and they've done it before. I just hope that it doesn't get to be too much, and then you turn off too many people, and I don't know. I'm just being optimistic. I'm hoping it's good. It,
Oh
it,
no,
it should be.
I'm Karen. Same question. Do you think it's good? I know this is a question we usually will ask ourselves after the movie comes out. Do you think it's? And I'll ask your dad this too. Do you think it's worth making?
I think it's got high potential. Now, whether or not how well executed that potential is a different story. Like I don't want to get my hopes too high and don't want to do it too low. So kind of like a medium ground, so where I won't be like too disappointed or
A gray area,
yeah,
basically. I mean,
yeah.
with any
Yeah.
Star Wars project,
So I can go
So I'm saying
either
that
way.
middle of the road,
Yeah,
dangerous.
yeah,
when show
on the edge.
with movies like this and shows, you really have to have good writing. You have to have a good director. Yes, the director directs, but like, yeah,
Yeah, I hope it does well.
same question for you, Brian. Do you think this film? Do you think making turning a TV show into a movie? Because it's rare when TV shows usually get turned into movies because usually the movies get turned into TV shows and video games. So, what are your thoughts on
Well,
this direction of a Star Wars
it's
project getting turned into a
it's
movie?
it's not I mean, for a Star Wars project, it's one thing. It's not unheard of for TV shows to get movies and stuff and all that. But we're dealing with Star Wars. We're dealing with all these other factors that have been around for a while. That I'm with Karen. It has potential. I'm hoping for the best, but I'm like I said earlier, and like she just said too, worried about it being middle of the road. It's not stellar to where I'm like super excited, and it's not so bad to where we can bitch about it and have more to talk about, but just being bleh is my biggest concern. And it's whether it's because of all the fan service that throw at it, or it's just such a shit story that I'm only looking at how it is visually, and then we go home and like, what the hell was going on? What was that plot?
Yeah,
Oh,
where's my money?
and like Karen said, who knows how much of the trailers could be in the actual film? Because
Yeah.
they always do that. They'll shoot the scenes, but then like, oh yeah, we're not, and then we'll put it as a deleted scene, or we're not, or
Or
pull
it
a,
just you'll never see it. Yeah.
Yeah.
pull a Suicide Squad and like take a bunch of stuff out and then release a director's cut and still not show half that stuff in.
Yeah. So that's my biggest fear is that it's just gonna uh fall into that fan service for the sake of it, like so many other things have done, and then it can't stand on its own feet, which is why The Mandalorian was so good to begin with, because it was its own thing. And I just hope it keeps that trend. But
Yeah.
we got to see.
But then
That's the thing.
you got Book of Boba Fett and midway through. It's like, hey, we know we're
Yeah.
mainly supposed to focus on him because at the end of Mando season two, I think, or season
Yeah.
one, it's like Boba Fett will return in the Book of Boba Fett.
Yeah. And like I said, it's fine to expand all that stuff, but you've got to be solid. And then, the
Mhm.
book showed us that it really couldn't, and it had to rely back again on what got the whole ball started. And so I'm saying it's that Mandalorian's only got so broad of shoulders before he's going to collapse. And I hope we haven't gotten to that point yet with everything else that's been around it. But I'd like to see it. It's Star Wars. I'll go see it in the theater.
I
Seeing
mean,
everything else
it has
since.
like
Oh,
it's been 7 years.
yeah.
God, 7 years already since season one. Fuck
Hmm.
me.
Yeah. It's been.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, November 12th. God. Yeah, November 12th to December 27th was the first season of The Mandalorian.
Yeah.
Fucking
Hard
Christ,
to
are you
believe that it's
kidding
been that
me?
long, but it has. Yeah.
Yeah, it's set 5 years after the events of Return of the
Still no season
Jedi.
4. Oh.
Uh, God, it's really been
Yeah.
that long already. Yeah, yeah, fuck, yes, because it just doesn't feel like long because season two came out during COVID.
Yeah, that kind of slowed production down for a while. But yeah, look, then
And
there was
then
big
see, and
gaps, and
then
then
and
like I
then
said,
and then like 3 years later, um, season three came out.
well, but there was a lot that built up around it because of how well done that first season was, and that's what I'm saying. Hopefully they can stand on it. But now that you don't have Kennedy in charge, let's see what Dave can do. This is a big thing for him. It's going to make or break a lot of stuff, and we just gotta, like Karen said, we're just gotta wait and see. It has potential.
Yeah, Book of Boba Fett, Ahsoka. Are they going to be making a season two of Ahsoka? I kind of heard rumors, but I'm not like sure.
You, I think
Who
that's one of
knows?
those. We'll know it
Yeah,
when
when
they
they do
see it
it.
coming out. Yeah, when they do it. Yeah, exactly.
Oh yeah, they are
Pretty
because I.
much.
Oh yeah, they are because I think what the actor who played as what's his name passed away, so the other actor who played as the Hound is going to take over for him.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. What was it? Yeah.
Yarp, right? It's Michael.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, I think yeah, he's supposed to take over. Um, because well, I'm trying to find his name. What was it? Ray Stevenson. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what it was.
Yep.
yeah,
Always the
and
bad
Roy,
guy.
yeah, season two, it's Rory McCann who's gonna take over. He's got some big shoes to fill, but I think after seeing him
He's a
play as
big
the
dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
after seeing him play as the Hound, and well, I've seen clips online see how he has the Hound and Game of Thrones. I think he's good. They're just gonna have to really try to make him look like how they did with Ray Stevenson.
Oh, okay, fine. That's that Tootie. That's Kennedy.
God, such a chonkers.
No, this
She's
is
just,
the little one. This is the
she's so
baby.
Oh,
itty bitty.
that's Trinity.
Yeah,
She's
that's Trinity.
she's
Yeah,
She's
that's
almost
the
just being a
pretty.
pain.
she's almost big as her brother. Holy crap.
Oh, she's tiny. She
I,
got
I'm
little.
I'm I'm glad I'm glad you guys were able to rescue her. I still can't
Oh
believe
yeah,
after what you told
go
me.
on. Yep, she's a good girl.
Um,
She just came in here, jumped on my lap, and then wanted to run away. I don't know. She's
so
weird. Cats are
last
weird.
last two questions before we end this. Brian,
Okay.
any other like Star Wars media you're potentially looking forward to, whether it be a game, the movie, TV show?
Currently, no. This is the next big one for me. And we got to see where it all goes from here. Um, the games have been kind of hit and miss for me, and I haven't really seen any new books coming out that have got my attention. But this one does. But past that, no, that's nothing. Like I'm like, waiting on. Yeah,
I'm still hoping one of these days because they have like a bunch. I know with them being releasing a bunch of online games. I'm hoping one of these days that they'll release the Old Republic on Xbox or PlayStation.
when they were talking about it for the remaster, and then it just kind of
No,
disappeared.
I'm talking about the online game that came out a few years
Oh,
back.
oh yeah, yeah. Well,
I'm
that's
still
still up and running.
I
Even
know
servers for
I
it.
want to see a console release for it because I remember when they announced it. It's like, oh, it's coming out for it's just online, so it's like
Yeah,
World of Warcraft. I'm
yeah.
like, I'm hoping maybe someday because I feel like the console market, what that would just be a in my opinion. But
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
know.
I don't, but yeah, to answer your question, I'm not really fully caught up on a bunch of Star Wars stuff. I will probably watch the Darth Maul series because Darth Maul's my favorite.
Yeah,
I think what Sam Witwer's supposed to return voicing him.
Oh,
that's
that'd be
yeah,
sweet.
yeah.
I love him as the voice.
There was the announcement on oh God, I can't
And he
remember
eats green
what.
apples to do it.
Yeah, but there was a big announcement on it, and it was all official that he did that
Okay,
he is doing it. Yeah,
I mean, I haven't really watched the other one, like the Mandalorian. I fully watched through. I never finished Ahsoka. Like it's good, but like it didn't really like draw me to finish it.
That's fair.
well.
I only like the Anakin episode.
Oh yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people did.
If I'm being
But
honest.
I never watched Acolyte just because the mixed reviews and just what like some of the creative writers were the creative people on that show were all the crap they were saying. Um, Never watched Skeleton Crew. I don't I love the Star Wars universe, but like I'm very nitpicky on.
Okay, then watch Andor.
I know Andor is on my watch list. It's just I don't want to like oversaturate myself with Star Wars media, but
No, that's why you can watch Andor as a standalone. I mean, even outside of the Star Wars universe, it's a fantastic
yeah.
show.
And
So,
I did enjoy Rogue One, so I probably will add Andor to
oh
the
yeah,
list.
yeah.
Um, Other than that, I can't think of any other Star Wars media. Haven't heard any rumors on any games. I know there's a rumor on how they're wanting to make a Jedi Fallen Order movie,
I could live with that.
but we'll see. I
Yeah,
mean,
we'll see.
and I heard rumors that they're going to probably cast someone to play as Cal Kestis. Like I know somebody's like, well, they got Cameron Monaghan. It's like, well,
Yeah, just have him do it. Yeah.
but he's like he'll be a little too old to play it, so maybe like a cameo role, maybe.
There's
We just
actors playing 30 who tried to be 15, you know?
true.
So I'm not
Um,
technically out of the question.
but to you, Karen, are there any other Star Wars media you're looking forward to, whether it be books, games, TV shows?
No, none besides the Mando movie. Yeah, none have really caught my attention or be like, "Ooh, this is something I want to watch." Just Mando. So kind of on the same page as you two. Like, yeah, nothing super new that I'm interested in.
I mean, again, there's that Star Wars Starfighter movie coming out next year on May 28th, but we've only seen promotional pictures of that.
Yeah,
There's nothing else.
that doesn't mean anything till I see a
Right.
trailer or it's
I
in the
remember like
theater.
there's like rumors of like Ryan Gosling being in it, but
Yeah, until it's in the theaters or I
or
see
there's
an
a
actual
I
trailer.
don't
trailer.
believe it. Yeah.
Promotional pictures don't do it justice, like you said, trailers,
No.
Yeah.
but it could be one of those Star Wars movies where they actually want to promote it.
Well, until that happens, I'll tell you whatever you want to hear, Wayne. Doesn't necessarily
Oh
make it
yeah,
so,
no, 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 no. I no
Fair.
fair on that.
Yeah.
Um, now I guess as we always do this, yeah, like I said, I'm looking forward to it, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Right now, I'm indifferent because
It's a
it's it,
50-50.
yeah. Will I see it when it comes out in theaters? Yes, because I have that day off. So
Yay for you!
I will go to, and that's also payday. So yeah, I will definitely go see the Mandalorian Grogu
I got
movie.
my outfit.
Yeah,
I don't have
exactly.
anything. I mean, the only thing I really have is,
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
my ex bought that, and I was watching them spend like hours gluing everything to put this together. And this is like
Nice.
probably my favorite Star Wars thing, aside from, well, the obvious.
Yes,
Yeah.
for Lego.
Yeah, that's the Lego. Yeah.
I
Well,
got
yeah, I
the
was gonna say I
Lego
got the
Star
two
Wars
back
too.
behind me,
And then
the legacy
I
ones.
got this at Walmart.
Nice.
There you go.
That's so cute.
I'm nowhere near a collection like how you have two Millennium Falcons and the
The
blacks
helmets.
and the Black Series helmets.
Oh, dude, I'm surrounded. There's so much Star Wars shit around me right now. I mean, like, well, look, there's Captain Endor's gun. I've got
Always has
like
been.
two E11s. I got the
Especially with kids.
yeah,
It's so
I got
much
all
stuff.
kinds of stuff.
Jeez. So last but not least, time to drop those links below. Starting with you, Brian. Where can people find you on social media to stay up to date with all your stuff? Again, congratulations on making the 501st.
Oh yeah, it's been a while on that too. I haven't really been overly active on a whole lot. I've been doing a lot more private stuff. Still building my scout trooper, working on another mobile infantry for my
Ooh,
son.
I can't wait to see the Scout Trooper helmet.
Oh, yeah. Like, I'll have to send you a picture of it. I've had the hard parts built for a while. It's the soft parts because I'm not much of a sewist, so it's a little bit slower. In fact, that's what I was doing before we recorded. I was cutting treads out of my boots.
Is it the camo armor like
No, I
from
just went with the straight Return of the Jedi.
okay, the
Yeah.
classic, nice.
Yep. Yeah. So been working on stuff like that, but I'm still at Luna Starters on Instagram and on Facebook and stuff, and just like I said, not overly active because I got too much other crap going on to be posting stuff. But I'm here, you know.
No,
Fair.
it's good to have you guys back on again. It's been a while since we've done this, and
Yes,
Yeah.
once I
yes,
can
it
get a
has.
plate, once I can get a PlayStation and everything, we can go back to gaming with Wayne and friends.
Yeah.
Um, Karen, where can people find you on social media and everything? And also, real quick, can you show that sword again that you were in the midst of building?
Oh,
Your
yeah.
Assassin's Creed sword.
Yes,
That looks so cool.
oh, eh. Yeah,
Don't hit
this
yourself in
big
the head.
old sword.
Is that EVA foam? What is that?
No, this is 3D printed.
That's 3D. And what
Yeah.
is that one whole piece or two pieces?
It's actually a couple different pieces. It's like 8 different pieces, but because it didn't want to align, I had to reprint a couple pieces.
Jeez, that's a.
And then there's a wooden dowel in the middle, so
And
I
you
had to
said
realign it when I was gluing.
that is impressive. That's all
Yeah.
3D printed.
Yep.
Yes.
I mean, I know Swords originally EVA foam, and if anyone watching, we bring some cosplay and gaming and other stuff onto this series, but like that is a beefy motherfucker.
It
Yep.
is.
And
It is
like
Yeah,
very
we
beefy.
could never get her ender to work. So
the
when she was
what?
here last, she got an ender printer, was kind of like one of mine. Could never get it to work. So I got tired of being frustrated along with her. I was sending
Yes.
her upgrades and stuff like that. So I bought her an A1 the
I
last
know
time she was here.
I
we
love
got
it.
9 minutes left. I know. Thank you,
Yeah.
computer. But yeah, Karen, where can people find you on social media to stay up to date with your cosplays and all your other fun stuff?
It's red underscore rogue underscore
Now that's spelled
assassin.
properly.
Yes, it is spelled properly, and it's also Facebook. That pissed me off, but yes.
And also your dog in the background.
Yes, he wants to be included, playing with his spring. But yeah,
You all know
I
where you
try
can
to
find
stay active, but
you all know where you can find me. As always, I'm Wayne the Unknown. Until next time, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Shout out to those who support the channel, and always may the force be with you.